Hello and welcome to After School Club with British Judo. My name's Tom Reed and we're going to be with you for the next 30 minutes or so, having a bit of fun, doing a bit of exercise, getting nice and hot and sweaty, and learning a little bit about our sport, which is Judo. Okay, so we will start off the class. We introduced you last week at the end of the session a bow. Okay, so bow is the way we always start and finish the Judo class. And the bow represents a sign of respect for Judo and for each other, for our partners. Also, it's a way to focus ourselves and get ready to train. So we're going to introduce you to the Japanese word for bow, which is rei. Okay, so when I say rei, you're going to just stand ready with your feet together, your hands by your side. When I say rei, we'll do a little bow to each other. Okay, rei. Perfect. All right, let's get a little bit warm then. So we'll start off. We're going to imagine we've got our imaginary skipping ropes, and we're just going to be skipping on the spot, up and down, as so. Okay. So off you go, guys. Let's do it. So just keep that rhythm, get that nice bouncy rhythm, nice and light on your feet. Try and be quiet and not hop too hard on the floor, and just keep a nice soft rhythm. Perfect. Okay. So you're going to keep that rhythm going. And we're going to introduce a little bit of forwards and backwards. So you're going to keep that rhythm and you're just going to hop forwards and backwards. Off you go, guys. So just watch Adam if you're not sure. Just going backwards and forwards, keeping that nice, soft rhythm. Perfect. Okay. So keeping that rhythm, keeping that same pace, we're going to go side to side now. So keep our feet shoulder width apart or feet together, and we just go side to side. Perfect. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff. Awesome. Good work. Should be getting a little bit warm now. Should be feeling it in your calves, feeling it in your ankles. We're going to keep that rhythm going again. We're not going to stop, and we're going to introduce twisting our hips. So we stay on the spot, and we just twist our hips side to side. So if you want to if you find it difficult to keep that skipping with the arms, you can use your arms like this. That's no problem at all. Okay, another 10 seconds like this, and then we'll stop. Okay, stop there. Right, a little bit of a test for you at home. Try and think of in your head, if you were here last week, that word for stop. See if you can remember that Japanese word for stop. That's the Judo terminology that we use. So hopefully some of you have remembered. If not, okay, I'll remind you again. So when I say mate, that means stop. So whatever you're doing, you just stop on the spot. And when I say hajime, that means go. Okay, so Judo is a Japanese sport. We always use Japanese words when we're training and when we're competing. Okay, so let's introduce our next part of the warm-up, which is going to be a Japanese style warm-up. We're going to be jogging on the spot as fast as we can. All right. And when I say mate, we stop on the spot. So it's about how fast you can jog and then how fast your reactions are to stop on the spot. So I'll say hajime to start and mate to stop. All right, are we ready? Mate! Hopefully got some of you. It's certainly got Adam. Okay, get ready, get ready. Hajime! Go, 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 go. Fast you can. Come, go, go. Let's go, 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 go. Mate! Awesome. Very good. And hajime. Go, 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 go. Fast, 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 fast. Mate! Nice. Okay, good stuff. You've got hajime, you've got mate. Now, when I point to this side, we're going to do a little side step in that direction. We're going to keep jogging on the spot. If I point this way, side step in the other direction and keep jogging. All right, so you never stop that rhythm. You always keep going as fast as you can until you hear me say mate. Right, let's get ready. And I might try and confuse you and trick you. Let's throw you off a little bit. Good stuff, guys. Great work. And mate. Great stuff. So we switch sides there. Right, awesome. Okay. So now, so you've got this to move to the side, this to move the other way. All right. So I'm also going to point down to one side. All right. So instead of being here with my arm, I point down. When I point down, you're going to do a little twist and carry on jogging on the spot. I point this way, twist the other way, and carry on jogging. Okay? Hajime. Go, 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 go. Let's go, guys. Fast, fast, fast. Mate. Awesome. Great. Okay. Going to add in 2 more moves now. All right. So if I point down at the sky, and I will do it with both hands so you better see, you're going to squat down and touch the floor. All right. You just have to squat down, touch the floor. If I point up, and I'll do that with both hands as well, jump up and keep jumping. Okay. All right. Hajime. Mate. Hajime. Mate. Awesome. Well done, guys. Great work. That is a pretty tough warm-up. I am tired just watching. So hopefully everybody is nice and loose now, a little bit warmed up. But more importantly, hopefully your brains are a little bit more switched on. So we've had a long day at school or, work sitting in front of the computer. Really good to wake our brains up, get energized with an activity like that, ready to train so we can learn more in the session. All right. Right, so we're going to move on now to some animal movements. All right, we're going to start with some generic ones, but then we're going to move on to some animal movements that are specific to judo. And I'll try and explain the link between that movement and the judo throw that we're going to learn today. All right. Okay. So the first animal movement we will do is called the bear. All right. So we did the gorilla last week on our knuckles. But today we're going to do the bear. It's a little bit different. So a bear is on all fours like this, and then moving just down low to the ground like this. All right. Okay. So you're just going to, whatever space you've got around you, you're just going to move around in that bear crawl position. So you can go forwards, you can go sideways, you can spin around, you can even go backwards. All right. Right then. Let's have a go. Hajime. Off you go, guys. So you're staying nice and low to the ground. You're keeping your core nice and strong. See Adam's back stays nice and flat. Changing directions, moving nice and smoothly, and mate. Good stuff. Okay, so we're going to add in a little bit of an extra part of the bear crawl. Okay, so you're going to have to listen to what I say. So when I say food, all right, that bear is going to go from that bear crawl position, and that food's just in front of him. Reach out, do a press up, and get that food off the ground. All right. So I'm not asking you to eat your carpet. All right. Don't actually eat what's on the floor. Just go into that nice press up position, close to the ground. Okay. So when I say food, and then when you've done that, you carry on crawling around in that bear crawl. Okay. Hajime. So moving around and food. Yes, you can make the food noise if you want to make that munching sound. And food. I hope you can hear Adam. He's enjoying his food a lot today. And food. Mate. Great stuff, guys. Well done. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to do our next animal movement, and this one is the crocodile. All right, so the crocodile is another new one. We've not done this before. So crocodiles are nice and flat to the ground, all right, and they have quite short arms and legs. So their arms and legs don't really stretch out too far. So for this one, you go into a press-up position, and you hold that press-up position, and you move like that. Okay, so it's quite a difficult one. You've got to keep your back nice and strong, keep your core switched on, and you don't have to move fast. You just have to keep moving nice and steady. Okay, so we won't do this one for too long because it's pretty tough on the arm. Okay, get ready and hajime. So nice, low to the ground, a little crocodile steps. Perfect. So the knees don't really come up too close to the chest. And mate. Great stuff. Awesome. Well done, guys. Yeah, I think we're probably going to get pretty out of breath now. So we'll just do a little bit of a stretch, and then we'll go back to our next movement. So we're going to do a cobra stretch. Okay, so it's on our front and look up to the sky, kind of like a cobra. All right, so just hold that for 10 seconds to catch our breath. Off you go, guys. You can make your cobra noises if you want as well. Great stuff. Great stuff. And then we're going to go from there into the turtle, which is nice and flat, and just rest there, straighten your arms out, those arms are going to be pretty tired from the bear crawls and the crocodiles. Good stuff, guys. Another few seconds. And mate. All right. Awesome. Okay, so the next animal movement we're going to do is a little bit more relevant to judo, right? And this one is called a shrimp. Okay, so think of a shrimp like a shrimp or prawn, whatever you want to call it. In judo, we call it a shrimp. All right, so the shape of a shrimp or a prawn, they're kind of curled up in like a C shape, aren't they? If you just go into that sort of prawn position first of all, right? That is the actual shrimp or prawn. So I'm going to call it shrimp. So that is the shrimp position. Okay, on our side, bent in half a little bit, like a little baby, okay, like a sleeping baby. Okay, that is the shrimp, all right? But your start position is going to be on your back, all right, with your knees bent, your feet are on the floor, and you're just looking up to the ceiling, all right? And then you move from that position into that shrimp position on your side, okay? All right, so the way that we do that, all right, if you just watch Adam's feet carefully, okay? So his feet are on the floor, all right? He's going to keep one foot on the floor, and his hips are going to move backwards, okay, underneath that leg, all right? So the hips go out backwards, his hands stay in front of his face and push away, okay? So we do this in judo when somebody's trying to hold us down on the ground. Judo's also got groundwork where we're trying to pin our partner. We do that to kind of push your partner away and make space and get away from your partner, okay? All right, so we'll give it a little bash. All right, don't worry if it's not perfect first time. We're going to come back to this across the next couple of weeks. So I'll just let you do it in your own time. Okay, off you go, guys. Hajime. Okay, so you can go one side to the other. You run out of space, you can spin around and go back in the other direction. Just watch Adam. He goes from his back onto his side, and it's his hips that move backwards to do that. Right, hips move backwards away from him. All right. So push him with the legs. Hips come backwards. Nice. Good stuff, guys. Excellent. Okay, last 20 seconds of this one, and then we'll move on. Okay, mate. Great work, guys. We will do one more animal movement before we do the final one, which relates to the throw that we're doing today. So this one is called the snake. Right, you might feel a little bit silly doing this one. I'm definitely going to find it funny watching Adam do it. I'll demonstrate first. So a snake, obviously no arms, no legs. So feet together, hands by our side, and we're just going to wriggle our shoulders to move across the floor. All right, so this is a really good one for getting your whole body working, especially your core, because you can't use your arms and legs. You've got to use your core to move across the floor. All right, so lie on your bellies, hands by your side, feet stay together, and really tempting thing is to push with your toes. All right, it's going to be hard not to do that. Try and minimize the amount you push with your toes. All right, Hajime, off you go. So you can make your snake noises, your hissing sounds, try and scare your brothers and sisters if they're around. Great stuff, guys. Kind of looks a little bit like a fish as well, doesn't it? Fish kind of, I don't know if they make a noise, they do a trout mouth like that. And mate, great work. Okay, really good, guys. Hopefully that was a bit of fun as well as a good warm-up. Okay, so we'll stand up now, ready for the standing part of the session. So in case you're not familiar with judo, so judo has kind of two elements to it. It's the stand-up part, which is where we're trying to do the throws and throw our partner on the floor. If we throw them on their back, flat on their back, that is a win, an instant win, all right? If they land on their side, get some points, but the fight continues. And then the second element is on the ground, all right? So the bits we've just done are kind of related to that. And groundwork is where we're trying to pin our partner on their back, all right? If you pin them down for 20 seconds, then it also wins the fight instantly. Okay, so if you throw them and you haven't got that final score, you quickly go into the ground and you try and get that hold down, all right? So we've done that part of the session, and now we're going to do the stand-up judo part, okay? So there is an animal movement related to this, and it's called scorpion, all right? So think of a scorpion, it's got its kind of the pointy, I don't know what you call it, the stinger, yeah, the stinger, the barb. Okay, so that part, your foot is going to be that stinger, all right? And it's going to come up behind you, kind of like a scorpion. You're not going to be flexible enough to be to a full scorpion, but the idea would be that it would come over your head and sting in front of you like that, all right? Imagine you've got that whole stinger coming all the way across, all right? A few technical parts to this, all right? The key thing with this is that when you let that leg come up and that stinger come up, is you bend from your hips, all right? So my other leg pretty much stays straight, all right? It might bend a little bit, but I'm not really bending from the knees. I'm leaning forward from the hips like that. Okay, imagine I'm like I don't know, like a door on a chest or something like that, opening and closing like that. Okay, and as you bend at the hips and come forward, that leg comes up behind you. All right. So we're just going to practice that first of all, very, very slowly, and trying to keep our balance when we do it, because it's very hard to keep our balance. So what I want you to do, pick a spot in your room, wherever you are, so on the wall or on the floor, look in that spot and hold that gaze on that spot the whole time as you slowly bring that leg up behind you and try not to lose your balance. You can have your arms out by your side like that. And if you just watch what Adam does, his toes are nice and pointed. So think about that stinger, that nice sharp stinger. See how pointed his toes are? Exactly, okay? So his standing leg pretty much stays straight. Try not to let that knee wobble too much. Keep nice straight back and have those toes nice and pointed. Awesome, okay? So have another go on the other side. Might try and challenge yourself. So again, pick a spot, look at that spot, nice and slowly do that scorpion, okay? Excellent, guys. Spend about 30 seconds just practicing in your own time. We are going to make it more challenging as we progress. Excellent work, guys. Really good. Keep it going. Awesome. So tough session on the legs today, but you're going to feel good afterwards. Great work. Okay, mate. So stop there. Right, so now I'm going to give you about 15 seconds or so to grab something around the house. So a pair of socks would be good, or like a teddy if you've got a little brother or sister. Something soft, maybe even a little ball, but something that's soft because it's going to go in a minute flying across your room. All right, so if you're in your lounge, you do not want to use a cricket ball. It's going to be flying in a minute. All right, so I'll give you a few more seconds to go and grab that. And if you haven't got anything to hand, just take one of your socks off or both of your socks off, roll them up, and that makes a perfect little object piece for this next activity. Okay, so we've got bean bags. All right, so we're going to use them, and we're just going to start really simple first of all. Okay, we're going to start stood, kind of next to those bean bags with your foot on one. All right, so yeah, just start in that position. Okay, so your sweeping foot or your stinger is on or just in front maybe of that bean bag or that sock or whatever it is you've got. Okay, and that movement should, so just leave it for now, should basically send that object flying backwards behind you. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same movement. We're gonna add in a little bit of speed. Okay, because when we do a judo throw, if we go like really, really slowly, like this, take our time, our partner's just gonna move out the way and we're not gonna throw them. So we need to do our throws fast. Okay, so we're gonna do that same movement, but really quickly, so that object goes flying behind us. Okay, all right then. So get ready. I'll say hajime, and then I'll give you a few seconds to go and grab that object and bring it back, and then I'll say hajime again. Okay, hajime. Nice. So you see that go flying behind and hitting that mat behind us. So that's the kind of speed we want. All right. Okay, and ready. Hajime. Awesome, awesome. So we're going to do 5 of these. So we've done 2. So you can do 2 on the other side if you want, or 3 on one side, 2 on the other, 5 on one side. It's up to you. Get ready. Number 3. Hajime. Nice, perfect. So when you do this, you just notice Adam did a little hop. So when we add in speed to our movements, it always becomes harder to control them. Right, if we do something slowly, we've got plenty of time to keep our balance. If we do it fast, it'll be a little bit harder. So that's the challenge. Don't worry if you're losing your balance. The way you get better at it is to do it so it's a little bit too hard. You lose your balance a little bit, and then you get a little bit better next time. All right. So number 4, Hajime. Nice. Perfect. So if you are losing your balance, remember, pick that spot on the floor, on the wall, and keep looking at that spot. That should help. Ready? Last one. Hajime. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so go and grab that object, bring it back. We're going to put it in front of us. Okay, so if you've got 2, you can put them side by side like this, because basically we imagine that these objects are our opponent's feet. All right, so our partner's feet are on the floor in front of us. If you've only got 1, that's fine. Just put that down. If you're right-footed, put it down in front of your right foot. All right, so there. If you're left-footed, put it down in front of the left foot. Okay, so it might be crossed over because we're on camera. So if you've got 2, perfect. If you've got 1, just put it in front of your better leg, your right or your left foot. Okay, so in the judo contest, all right, so I'll just demonstrate this throw with Adam. All right, so obviously we're doing socially distanced judo, so we're going to do it without that, but it just gives you an idea of how the throw works. All right, so my partner's going to be in front of me. All right, normally he'd be really close to me and I'd have hold of him, but today we're doing it at a distance. And I do a step into him to close that distance. So now I'd be side by side with my partner, or chest to chest, right next to him. And then I put my stinger or my sweeping leg behind my partner's leg, okay, like this, all right? So it goes next to him, around the outside and behind him, like I'm going to trip him over. And then to finish the throw, I just sweep that stinger up in the air. So I'll just demonstrate. You'll see Adam go down. I sweep, and that leg comes up, and that sends them on their back, okay? So you're always going to start away from your partner. Your partner's not going to let you be too close to them, right? So to do the throw, you have to step forward into them and then throw. So this is what we use our objects for. We put them down in front of us, a little bit of a gap, okay? So if I'm here, they'd be about there. We step forwards, so we're side by side with those objects. You see Adam's foot is just outside, all right? That's his partner's leg, it's just on the outside. We put our sweeping leg, or our stinger, around the back, behind that leg, and then we swing up and throw, okay? Awesome. Cool. Right, guys. So we're going to have a go at that with our object. So place it down in front of you, make that space, and I'm going to say Hajime again. And we'll actually, no, I'm going to clap my hands this time. All right, I'll clap my hands. When I clap my hands, you're going to step forward, sweep, and do that throw. Okay? All right, get ready. Perfect. Really good. And ready. Lovely. Excellent, guys. A couple more of these. Great stuff. Last one. Get ready. Perfect. Well done, guys. Brilliant. Good stuff. Okay, so we're going to introduce another throw now. All right, and then we're going to make a little bit of a game out of this. So, another throw we can do, which has this similar movement, is one where we turn around and we actually throw our partner forwards. All right, so I turn around, I do that movement, and my partner's going to go this way in front of me. Okay, so instead of throwing him backwards, he's going to come forwards. All right, so again, I don't have Jedi powers. All right, I'm not going to make him fly. Just going to jump to show you how the throw works. So I would turn, and as I lift my leg, that's going to lift my partner's leg up in the air, and he's going to come forwards. Okay, lovely. So we won't give too much detail on that today. We'll give you a little bit more next time maybe. So for this one, the way we practice it is we have those socks or whatever it is in front of us, and all we do, instead of stepping in and sweeping, we turn around and we sweep the other way. Okay. So Adam will demonstrate. When he turns, he's be exactly in the middle, sweep up the middle of those socks or whatever they are. So that would be your leg coming right up and lifting your partner's leg up. Okay? So just think of it as spinning around and then doing that scorpion movement. Nice pointed toes. All right, guys. Just practice in your own time first of all. Off you go. Nice. Great stuff, guys. Awesome. So remember, you've got that stinger. Keep those toes nice and pointed. Don't get lazy with those toes. Keep that balance. Focus on that point on the wall if you want to help. You want to use that to help. Great stuff. Awesome, awesome. Okay, mate. Great stuff. So key thing to think about here for this throw is to be right in the middle of those two objects on the floor or your opponent's leg. So when you turn, you sweep your leg right up the middle. Okay? Right. So we're going to turn this into a little game now, and this will be the last activity before we cool down. We're going to link the two throws together. So if you're going to imagine you're that scorpion, all right, and you're going to use your stinger to catch your spider, which is your food you're going to eat. So I'm going to shout in front or behind. Okay, if I say in front, it means that spider's in front of you, and you do the first throw, so you come straight ahead. If I say behind you, all right, you're going to have to turn and do that stinger with the second throw, all right? So remember, in front of you, just go straight ahead. Behind you, turn and go the other throw, all right? So I'm going to make this pretty tough for you guys. I'm going to start easy, and then I'll make it a little bit harder. Okay, get ready. In front. Nice. So let you guys get the hang of it. Behind. Nice. And in front. Good stuff. And behind. Awesome. All right, so we're going to make it a little bit harder now. Make it a little bit faster. Behind. Behind. In front. In front. Behind. And in front. Mate. Great stuff. Really, really good. Really good work. I can hear Adam's pretty out of breath, so you guys hopefully are too. Hopefully that was pretty challenging. Okay. All right, so we're going to add in one more little bit of a challenge. Okay. And it's going to be that same fast feet drill we did at the start. So you're going to be running on the spot as fast as you can. Keep that speed, keep that speed. I'll say in front, you do that throw. Keep going, keep going. I'll say behind, you do the second throw. Okay, so remember, in front, it's just a straight scorpion. Behind, you spin, and then you do that scorpion. All right. And I'll say hajime to start. And mate means stop. Hajime. In front. Good stuff. And keep that running going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. This is our finisher. This is going to be tough. Behind. In front. Mate. Okay, give you a little breather. Catch your breath. Stand up tall. Nice big breath. Hajime. Go, 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 go. Let's go. Behind. Behind. Mate. Hajime. In front. Mate. Good stuff, guys. Excellent. Well done. Tough? Really tough. So your legs should be burning now. So we'll let you have a little bit of a stretch. All right, so to stretch today, we're going to come back to our gorilla. We're just going to do it static. All right, so you're going to go into that gorilla position. So on your knuckles, on the floor, try and keep those back legs nice and straight. If you need to, you just bring your hands further away from your feet. If you're really flexible, you can come back and bring them close to your feet. All right, but try and keep your legs straight. Don't bend your legs. Good stuff. Just hold that position. Every time you breathe out, relax a little bit more and let yourself drop a little bit lower. And we're going to hold this for about 30 seconds just to give ourselves plenty of time for our muscles to relax and for us to cool down. Great stuff. Another 10 seconds. So this is about relaxing our body and relaxing our mind. So just focusing on our breathing and letting our sort of mind cool down as well as our muscles. Okay, Mate, stand up straight. Okay, we're going to do another leg stretch because we're going to touch session on our legs. So it's going to be the flamingo. All right, so you just grab your foot in your hand, stand on one leg, and stretch your foot up behind you. So this one will stretch on the front of your thighs. And again, pick an object on the wall, a little spot on the wall or the floor. Stare at that. That should help you keep your balance. So just hold that pose and do another 15 seconds in this position. If you need to hold the wall or something to keep your balance, absolutely fine. So when we're tired at the end of the session, it becomes harder to keep our balance. So don't feel bad if you need to use something to help. That's absolutely fine. So Mate, we're going to switch to the other leg now. So hold that other foot and stretch the other side. So really good work today, guys. So when you're cooling down like this, okay, just reflect on the session a little bit. Think about what you've learned. Hopefully you'll feel good about the fact you've done some exercise. All right, so you can kind of feel good about yourself for the rest of the day now. Enjoy your evening. It feels really good to energize yourself with a little bit of activity. And we're going to be here every week for at least the next 4 or 5 weeks, and then hopefully longer. So come and join us, same time next Monday. It'll be Adam taking the session next week. All right, so he will get his own back on me. I'll be the one absolutely knackered, but I'm sure it'll be great fun. All right, well done, guys. Great session today. So come back to this standing position, feet together, hands by our side, and we'll finish with a little bow. All right, so great. Thank you very much, guys. See you again.
Thanks, everyone. See you next week.